This video is going to be an introduction to spirituality and leading a more spiritual way of life. I'm going to give you 5 actionable tips on how you can develop your spirituality starting today. I'm going to tell you how they work. If you haven't clicked subscribe yet, now's the time. Let's go. The thing about real spirituality, genuine spirituality, is that it affects a lot more than just you. You can call it the butterfly effect, the ripple effect, whatever effect you want to call it. It's not just about you as an individual. Spirituality is a network connecting a higher power, if you're inclined to believe in such a thing, mankind, nature, the world, the universe. We're all connected. And some systems, like religion, have taken spirituality and made it into a system, into a set of rules, regulations, modes of being and conduct. But spirituality as an idea and a concept is so much larger than that. The first tip I'm going to give you is talk to yourself more. If you're not talking to yourself at all, start talking to yourself. A person who doesn't talk to oneself doesn't know oneself as well as they probably should. And it can be before or after you eat, at the beginning or end of your day. It's about catching yourself at specific periods of time during the day. They don't have to be the same time every day, although that might be a good useful thing to acquire. But it's about taking an honest look at the situation that you are in at the moment. It's the whole be here now thing. It promotes awareness and mindfulness of who you are and what it is that you are currently doing. This can also be done through writing and other forms of self-expression, and to a great degree. But talking and manifesting your inner thoughts, your inner ideas, your process verbally, this is part of what separates us from the animals. We humans have developed language in an amazing way and for a good reason. It's one of the best tools that you'll ever use, and it's one that you can use on the fly, and this is why it's my first tip. You don't need any prerequisites. You don't need any equipment. There are no conditions, nor specific setting that needs to be done. Nothing. All you need to do is open up your mouth. When you talk to yourself in a spontaneous and uninterrupted kind of way, you are able to tap into the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. Anybody who's been through a therapy session can certainly attest to this. It helps bring certain ideas and thoughts and processes to the surface, some of which may have been neglected for a long time for whatever reason. It means, essentially, that you get to learn more about who it is that you are. The second tip I'm going to give you is have a vision. Create a vision. Once you begin tapping into your unconscious mind more, you'll find out more about what it is that you really want out of life, and more importantly, why it is that you want those things. And once you have a strong why, your vision will help you to ignite a fire inside of you. The vision may change and adapt according to your specific situation and circumstances, but the core of it will remain with you no matter what. It helps because this is a timeless truth. It comes from a place inside you which is transcendent of the physical and the material. It's a place where there is no time, there is no space, there is no limitation. We humans have famously developed some of the best eyesight there is in nature, in the whole animal kingdom. And if we can use that sight that we have to look far away and even out into the far reaches of space, then we can also use it to look inside and create our own unique vision of who it is that we are and who it is that we want to be. The third tip I'm going to give you is develop yourself. This is a very broad term, but I'm going to break it down and get into it. I'm talking about reading, meditating, praying, choosing your path with every decision that you make in a way that orients you towards the direction of where your vision lies. Self-development can be achieved through physical growth, right? Working out, eating better, becoming healthier, becoming fitter. The mind and body connection is very, very strong. And if you take advantage of your body, the tool that you're given, your container, to develop it and to develop yourself in the process, you'll find that you're drawn to certain aspects of your being and of your conduct and of the things that you're interacting with in the universe. And you'll find out what really matters to you. Self-development helps you to hack away at all of the pieces, all the parts of you that are not as pristine and as put together as they should be. It helps you to go through all the different layers of things from childhood, adolescence, growth. Every moment and every experience that you have lived up until this point has left a certain imprint on you. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. Some of them you acquired through more of a pathological process that you were going through. And as you work to develop yourself in your mind, in your body, you are able to understand who it is that you are, which parts belong to you, and which parts are one that you can give up. The fourth tip is fasting. I'm not just talking about food and drink, although that certainly can be a part of it. I'm talking about anything that you feel is in your way of self-development. It can be your computer, it can be your phone, it can be bad habits you acquired, people that you associate with, anything and everything. Once you perceive in the course of your development that something is in your way, you should take steps to face it. You should take steps to get it out of your way. Fasting is about denying yourself of certain things in the short term or the long term and making room for the spiritual to manifest itself and make it present in the here and now and in the future. Whatever it is that you feel is in your way, you need to make a conscious effort to deal with it head on. It can be incremental. In fact, in many ways, it probably should be incremental because easy come, easy go, right? The point is, you need to make room for it in your life starting now. Because guess what? If you don't make the room, it's not going to come to you. And even if it does come to you, you won't appreciate it as much as something that you actually worked for and sacrificed for. Fasting is about the element of sacrifice, and that's what makes it so powerful. The fifth and final tip I'm going to give you is split up into two. It is spirit motivation and proliferation. Not giving up on your dream, not being swayed by the circumstances which befall you, and they will, because tragedy is a part of life, suffering is a part of life. You need to know your worth in order to know your strength, in order to have the courage to actualize yourself, despite the naysayers, despite anyone who will try and bring you down, despite your weaknesses and your faults and your failures, every way in which you may perceive that you are oppressed, all of that negative stuff. It's gonna stay. Some of it is going to stay with you. You need to know that. Which is why you need to strengthen the other side of you, the positive side, the life-affirming side, the spiritual side, and get to work on that. The second part of this tip is proliferation. And this doesn't mean that you do anything specifically different. It means that you acknowledge and understand that you are a vital cog in the spiritual network, in that wheel, in that process of life, of the universe. You need to understand that you're playing a part that is significant, and what you do matters. And by doing this and implementing this into your psyche, into your thoughts, into your daily routine, the idea of what I do matters. It helps to accentuate and amplify the sense of responsibility that you have toward yourself and your surroundings. And this is part of what makes a spiritual person whole as a person can be. Because like I said, it's not about you only, it's about everyone around you. That ripple effect, that butterfly effect that I mentioned earlier, that's what this is about. It's about understanding that you are part of a larger thing. You are transcendent. You are more than your job. You are more than your bank account. You are more than how many kids you have, who your intimate partner is, what car you drive. You are more than all of that. So these were 5 tips on how to lead a more spiritual life, how to become a more spiritual individual. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.